retreat, and it's the beginning of this beautiful, wonderful month of October. Sitting in a park on a very windy, beautiful, sunny day. I love fall because the atmosphere can be where you feel the warmth of the sun, but the air begins to cool. I will do my best to keep my phone steady while I am getting into our topic. So thank you to all of my viewers. My numbers have gone up a bit. That's not the most important thing to me, as you will find out and discover. But thank you anyway. I feel so happy and grateful that messages are reaching out and touching the hearts and ears of you beautiful beings out there. So today's, which I always write down my topics. This isn't part of any series. You'll know if like it's something ongoing if you pay attention to the title of the video. But this one just came to me last night, and it's living intentionally, knowing that nothing is guaranteed. Living intentionally, knowing that nothing is guaranteed. What does that mean? We all set out our dreams, right? We all set out to accomplish our dreams, to accomplish our goals, to execute the plan, to have a plan B, plan C, plan all the way to Z, right? We're told from and conditioned and programmed to set out very, sometimes almost what may feel like unreachable goals. And if you've ever noticed within our systems and within our patriarchal systems, it's almost very cookie cutter in the Western world. You go to school, you set out to graduate. It's always like this, it's always towards completing something, never leaving anything unfinished, never setting it down. You keep going no matter what, no matter how many times you fail. And because they tell you, try again, and then you will succeed. And sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes the biggest lessons and the most impactful experiences we have are our failures. Like, there are some things I truly believe that we're not really meant to be successful in, but we're meant to retain the lesson successfully, if that makes sense. I want you to ask yourself, if you're living intentionally, what does it mean to live intentionally? Should there always be a purpose behind every little thing that we set out to do in life? And this is a life question I'm asking myself right now because, inshallah, God willing, I will be 35 years of age next month. Yes, Scorpio. And I've always been incredibly ambitious because I've had this subconscious fear and feeling eating away at me that I must do and be better than how I was raised, I think it's based off culture too, and race and ethnicity. Be better than the generation before. Do better by the generation before. But then there are people who just do exactly what the generation before did, and they don't break out of that paradigm. Family businesses are a perfect example of this. Or families where there's tons of educators, or tons of doctors, or people in the medical field, or it's like this generational, familial, ancestral connection that really unifies a family or unifies a community. Oh, so-and-so always done that before I did. So-and-so, mom, grandma, did this. Like, a military is also another thing, a military family. Sometimes we have to question ourselves why we set out to do certain careers and to promise ourselves certain career, not promise, but we set out to do certain specific things, and we don't really question why. We just feel like this pull towards it. Like for myself, I've been pulled towards education. I've been pulled towards being an entertainer. I've been pulled towards being a healer, nursing, and it's at this point where, which I'm going to make another video sometime in the near future, but it really deals with creating our own purpose in our life, creating our own fulfillment. And it's a scary thing to do that, because you're not guaranteed a six-figure income. You're not guaranteed financial security. You're not guaranteed that you'll be the only one doing it. You're not guaranteed that there won't be a widespread competitive nature about whatever you set out to do. And so living intentionally without a guarantee, without something set in stone that it's going to pan out, I'm really beginning to feel freedom in that now. I didn't a year ago. I didn't 2 years ago. I didn't 4, 5, 6 years ago. I was a scared little puppy. Like, no, you have to have a plan. You have to have a backup plan. You have to provide for the future. I think one of the biggest scams on earth is insurance. Car insurance, health insurance, house insurance. We pay all this extra money and all these extra fees for a disaster that may never happen. But when it happens, we have something to fall on, right? It's always that, we'll always have something to catch you. Always have something that will ensure that you're going to be okay. And it's a numbers game. It's mathematical, because cosmos is mathematical, right? And so it's a game of probability. It's a game of frequency. It's a game of vibration. It's a game of how strong, what are the strengths and what are the weaknesses in your energy vortex that would put you in the space of being guaranteed anything. Again, sometimes our failures are more important than the success, are more important than the reward, are more important than what we would get in return. And so, even with our, marriage, perfect example. Anything where there's a long-term commitment to something, whether it's a career or a marriage, are the patriarchal systems that are in place. If you get this life insurance, you're guaranteed. If you marry this person for the rest of your life, you're guaranteed safety and security. If you stick with this career, you're guaranteed, right? You're guaranteed the benefits that you'll receive, and the contracts and the bonuses if you go this direction. Let go of that narrative, or at least challenge it in certain areas of your life where that belief has a stronghold on you. I've always been super scared of not having a backup plan, of not having a sense of direction. And all the while, I'm the one that creates the direction. I'm the co-creator that creates the direction that I take in my life, the decisions that I make in my life. I'll use this as a perfect example, like the whole student loan thing, right? Or, you know what, scratch that, I won't use that. I'll keep flowing here. It's really interesting how obsessed we are with safety and security. Not knowing that that's our own prison to our consciousness, our own development, spiritually, financially even. Sometimes you're supposed to take a risk. Emotionally, we limit ourselves. We limit ourselves based off of this notion that if I go this route that's already laid out before me, that's already been taken by many people before me, if I go by the system that's laid out for me, I will be okay, I will be safe, I won't have to deal with my inner fears and my ego. I won't have to deal with the shortcomings because this is laid out and I am fine, and everything will just unravel like it should. And that defeats our evolution. The systems that are unraveling and unfolding in the patriarchal society that we live in right now is a perfect example of this. As chilly as my body is getting right now at this moment, I'm loving it. I love the sound of the air kissing the leaves of the trees that are beginning to fall. Thank you so much for tuning in. I just wanted to give you some food for thought, challenge you a little bit. The things you think are guaranteed in your life, and then they don't come to you like you thought it would. How do you view yourself? Is it a success or a failure? Thank you so much. Remember to expand your consciousness. Remember to embrace supreme loving guidance. And remember to evolve your human being. Thank you.